Hello and welcome back to the Betterment Show. And usually we have guests that actually come over here to actually tell you about their stories and about their experience in life. And today we have something different. We have a different session today where I'll be sharing with you about your life and the purpose of the whole entire thing. You see, this whole entire cosmos actually is built long time ago, billions of years back all the way then before the human race was actually even born. And even Carl Sagan already said a long time ago that it's in this pale blue dot, meaning that this speck which is inside this whole entire universe which we call Earth. We share all our cultures, we share all our health, we share all our loves, and whatever we do, even politics, the happiness, the sadness, everything, all this whole entire thing is actually all happening here in this entire Earth. We actually love living over here. And coming back to the human beings, we all start from when we were born, just like a baby, and we go through adolescence, and we go through education, and we learn more things about our life, and at the same time we become adulthood, and suddenly you're set to do the things that you're supposed to do. And at the same time, you are also your boss might be telling you, because you start searching for work, and your boss might telling you about what the things that you have to do, and you are actually following the system. And when you go through life that way, and through the adulthood, and you might even get a house, a car, and maybe a family, and you might end up one day you found out that you are actually a grandpa. And through that time, through all these years that you have been doing, all these years that you have gone through, you start to understand that time and your life will pass on one day. And you start to think about the whole entire purpose of life. And you ask yourself this question: what is the purpose of my life? Why am I here doing this whole entire world? You see, when we ask that question, a lot of people ask us, a lot of people definitely will say that, my purpose of life is probably get a good family. My purpose of life is having a good happiness, having happiness in our life. My purpose of life is actually go out and meet with people, socialize with people. Whatever it is, it could be success in your life, okay? And the only problem in that kind of thinking is because your purpose in life, okay, the thing that you think that is your purpose is actually an emotional attachment to yourself only. And whenever you finish that purpose, you find a next purpose, and you find a next purpose. And through that years, you end up figure out that it's actually a trap. So let me ask you one kind of question. What happens if one day when you sleep, and all of a sudden, you have the power to have eternal life, and you wake up finding out that you will not die in forever. You can live forever in your life. And so that in the sense that you actually go out and you start to do the things that you want to do. You start living life according to, one purpose after another, until you have done so many things already, and all of a sudden you figure out, wait a minute, this is kind of boring, because this is kind of tiring. The whole entire purpose of this entire life is that you've been trapped inside and doing the things that you just ought to do, and thinking there's a purpose in your life. You see, now, thinking of that, there is no difference between people who live 70 years, 100 years, or people who actually just now were saying eternal life. Why? Because it all backs down, and you start thinking again, what is the purpose of my life? Why am I doing here? You see, the main idea is to understand that life itself is the existence of itself. And life, whatever you live right now, is just an existence of itself. And this is this existence of itself that you are looking into, the experience that you are having in this life throughout these years, throughout these 80 years, throughout these 100 years, is the experience you want to build. And in order for you to build this experience to something better, it all boils down to the choice you do in your life. The choice that you want to actually pursue, and what you believe in yourself that is really, really strong, that you want to bring it out to this world. Because the choices that you do either can harm other people, or either it can impact other people, or whatever it is. the choices that you actually choose will become your experience. It is just something like a piece of paper. A piece of paper, a blank piece of paper is something that you were born. And a pen is the energy of your life. And when you go through life throughout this session, throughout this whole entire years, this pen is actually writing down on the paper, like it or not, is your time. It's writing down all the time. And it's the choice that you want to make that will impact your experience, what you're gonna have in this life. Because each and every one of us are an influence to other people, and we impact other people in a different way. For example, the way that you influence, you probably influence in your own circle, and for me, we influence in our own circle. And is this kind of influence that you actually change people's lives and actually tell people about your stories. So do you want your story to be told by other people in such a way that it's just a normal life, or do you want to be told in other people to be told in your life that the life that you have is a very great one, and that you have helped a lot of people, that you have used your time to improve people's lives. You see, understanding that this life, what we have, is temporarily. It's a temporary life that we share with other people. And there is the best choice that you can do in your life is to share the happiness and to also share your experience, and at the same time to improve other people's life. Because our time is limited, and if you do not use your time to actually improve other people's life, you are actually wasting your time. It's very, very straightforward. Because when you improve other people's life, when you go out there and you try to help more people in the world, what happens? When you give, indirectly you will receive. This is what we call the law of attraction. More people will come to be attracted into your life, and this is when you start to understand more about life. People attracted into you, into your life, and that's when opportunity builds up. Business opportunity, love opportunities, and also friendship opportunities are all these opportunities in life that is being always writing in this white paper that you can people will look into it and share your story. That is the most important thing about life, is your belief, and to understand that you have a choice to do the things that you really want to do. It's only if you step out. And fear is one of the things that people are afraid of. Why? Because when you are thinking of fear, you are living in the future. Those things has not even happened, and you should be living right now. If you don't take the chance to do the things that you want to do, that you love to do in this life, what else is there? What else is there to actually proceed in life and go on in life? You see, there's a story by the name of Oskar Schindler. He is a German industrialist. All right, and during the time in 1939, if I'm not mistaken, 1939, there was during a time that was German took over Poland, and that was the time when there's a lot of Jewish people, their lives was already been affected. So Oskar Schindler actually went there into Poland. His main idea, his whole entire, is to make money in the first place, to make as much money as he can, because he is an entrepreneur and he is also a businessman. So what he did is that he went to Poland and he bribed a lot of German officers and German soldiers in order to get more Jewish people to come in to work for him. He opened a factory where all the Jewish people, where he hired all the Jewish people to come inside, a lot of Jewish people, thousands and thousands of them. And what he did is that he opened an enamelware factory making pots and pans, and he made a lot of money, millions of money he has made. But when during the war, there was when the German troops, the German officials, starting to send the Jewish people into concentration camps. And it was during that time he has a choice. Like I said, everybody has a choice. He has a choice to either take the money and go and don't do anything about it, or he has a choice to actually try to help as much Jewish as possible. It is because of his time together with the Jewish people and also those people who work in this factory that he started to build the relationship and the friendship with the Jews. So he made a choice to try to save as much Jews as possible. It wasn't an easy task because he used up a lot of money, all his money, into buying back the Jews and put them back into the factory where they are safe. And until now, people are moved with his stories. Because why? Because no matter how Oscar Schindler, his flaws, he definitely had flaws. Everybody has flaws in their life. No matter how bad his flaws is, he managed to make a choice, a noble choice, to make a history to change the lives of the Jewish people on that time. And a lot of people understand that. And even to now, his story has moved a lot of people. So what I'm trying to say is that you have a choice. You have a choice to either to help other people or either to do the things that you want to do, or you can sit down and don't do anything. This is because when you make a choice to understand about yourself and what you believe about yourself and you want to pursue that, your purpose of life, the answer for your purpose of life is at the back. It will follow through you. And you will understand after a few years down the line what you have been doing, what you believe to do, you will start to understand that the purpose will actually come back and the answer will reveal to you. And that will be your main purpose that you totally understand. And you understand that this whole entire thing, your life, the whole entire purpose of life itself is the existence of life itself, is what you do right now. So there is a lot of time where you can practice this way. You can sleep before you wake up. You close your eyes, all right, and you vision your dreams and your vision and your goals of what you really want to do in your life, and you take that into your mind first thing in the morning. It could be a house, a distant house, having a family, a great children, a big car, a house. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you figure out in your head, you visualize for around 10 minutes and you come back into the present and you open your eyes and be in the present, be in the moment and pursue your every single day into that goal and the vision that you want. But understand this, you must live your life in the present moment, in this time right now itself, because if you do that, you will definitely understand your whole entire main purpose of life. Now that's very important. You see, don't ask yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I doing here? Why are this whole entire thing happening to me? You don't have to ask that question. Instead, ask yourself this question: what are your choices? What do you really love to do? What you really believe in yourself? And what can you do to actually improve your life? Because by asking those questions, you are expanding your mind to more actions. And when you continue to do that kind of things, keep on asking that kind of question, yourself and your mind will automatically get yourself to start to do the things that you ought to do in according to what you believe. And when you start doing that, the purpose from the back, your answer for why you are here, what is my purpose, will start to come back and reveal to you. Do that and I guarantee you will understand more about life, because life is just an existence itself. My name is Dr. John, and thank you for tuning in to this Betterment Show. See you guys next time.